Hey everyone, Steven here again with another video on ChatGPT and how it can help you and your business become more efficient and effective. We've talked a lot about how to get a job within ChatGPT. We've talked a lot about what to do with ChatGPT once you're in your current role and how it can help your business strive and become more successful. And we've even talked about how to use ChatGPT to exit a role on your own accord. In today's video, we're going to talk about how ChatGPT can be a resource to you in case something happens within your employer, whether it be budget cuts or just not the right position for you, and you find yourself without a job and trying to figure out what the next step is. Before we go ahead and jump on into the video, make sure you leave a like on the video, comment down below on what other areas that we could be focusing in on how to help you with ChatGPT and implementing it within your job strategy. Let's go ahead and jump on into the video by starting off with a really simple command. All of it is going to be is I just got fired from my job. What do I do? It's a very simple command, but it's something that some people might experience throughout their career is whether be due to poor performance within a current role, it just wasn't the right fit, they weren't in the right life stage for where they were at, or it could be economic reasons where it just wasn't budgetarily, where there weren't good economic forces to be able to hold on to them within their current job, or the company just wasn't able to make it as a company overall and ended up having to shut down. Whatever it might be, they might find themselves in a situation where they were just let go from a job. What do? This is where, in your state of panic, ChatGPT can help put out a step-by-step plan on how do you process through the loss of your job and then get back out there and start getting applications out and getting that next job. So let's go ahead and jump on into it. And I really love how ChatGPT starts off by saying, sorry to hear about your loss of job. It's completely natural to have a mixed feeling of emotions. It's going to go ahead and rationalizing the fact that it's probably not an easy process if you were just fired, especially, fired means it was not on your accord that you were leaving. It's probably going to be something that you're very upset with. You could have a bit of relief from it if it really wasn't the right place for you to be, but most likely you're going to have some level of sadness for leaving that role. So always, I think the first step, allowing yourself to grieve, is, a really good point. Losing a job can be traumatic. It's essential to give yourself some time to process your feelings. Now, depending on your financial situation, you might not have very much time to process your feelings. So processing them expeditiously might be more beneficial to you. But make sure you give yourself some time to recognize the fact that you did just go through that. It was a tough situation. Review your finances, take stock in your savings and monthly expenses, prioritize essential spendings, and look to cut costs where you can temporarily. You don't expect to be there for the long haul, but you might have to make some short-term sacrifices when you're in this process of transitioning jobs. Apply for unemployment if you're eligible. Apply for unemployment. Making this video out of the United States. If you did lose your job through no fault of your own, in almost every single state, you'd be able to apply for unemployment and receive some type of unemployment benefit. Update your resume and LinkedIn profile. Make sure you keep that up to date with where you're at within your employment and your career path. If you need any help updating it, there's tons of great resources. I recommend that you go watch our video on how to write a resume with ChatGPT because it can be a great resource to helping you out. Begin the job hunt. Use search platforms like Indeed, LinkedIn, Glassdoor, and other relevance to your profession. Network with professionals in your field. Attend industry-specific events or webinars. Consider working with a recruitment agency that specializes in your fields. All of these are great resources. I think Indeed, Glassdoor, LinkedIn, those are great resources to see kind of what jobs are available out there. And I would say be cautious on what jobs that you apply because there's a lot of fake jobs out there on those websites. And so the way that I've seen people utilize it very effectively in the past, and where most recruiters are going to recommend that you do on your own, is that you go and you find the job out there on Indeed, LinkedIn, or Glassdoor, and then you go to the specific company website and apply for the job specifically through there. That way you know that it's a legitimate job posting because the company's not going to put a fake job out on their website. Consider updating your skills, evaluate the job market, and see if there's any skills that are in high demand. You might want to take online courses or pursue a certificate that could enhance your employability. I've seen people after they've lost a job, market's been tough, they just went back to school and further their education to make themselves more attractive in the job market. Stay active. Physical activity can help relieve some of the stress and anxiety that comes with the job. Overall, physical well-being, mental well-being is going to be absolutely crucial as you go through this roller coaster of a process. I think that's a great point that they bring up. Evaluate and adapt. Consider this period as a chance to reflect on your career. Maybe there's another path or industry you'd like to explore. Seek support beyond friends and consider joining a support group, professional counseling if you feel overwhelmed, or a church organization. Um, Maintain a routine while job hunting. Stick to a routine. This can help maintain the sense of normalcy and purpose. Everyone needs to have a routine within their lives. If you're like me, you like to have very strict routines on what happens at what times during the day. It helps you stay focused and helps you stay more prepared so that when you do land that next job, it's not as much of a shock when you get back in that routine. It's easier said than done, but I absolutely love how they start that out. Stay positive. Absolutely try your best to stay positive. I think that's where support groups like a small group or a church or a professional organization, whoever you can get involved in, would be absolutely helpful. And then know your rights. If you believe you were wrongfully terminated or experienced discrimination, consult with an employment attorney or relevant government agency about your rights. Everyone has rights. You can't just be terminated for any reason whatsoever. We have laws like the Civil Rights Act that protect people from discrimination. So there are some alleviations if you think that's the concern over there. Lastly, remember, many people experience job loss. Many experience job loss at some point in their careers. It can be a tough period, but it can also serve as a time for personal growth and new opportunities. Stay resilient and push forward. I love how it ends that section and kind of telling us to stay positive, but recognize this does happen to people and use it as an opportunity to grow. Don't just focus on the negative part of it. Look at the positive part. I think looking at, is there other opportunities out there for you? Is there a different industry or is there a different job style that would help out? All of these are going to be great resources for how to manage through if you ever find yourself in a situation where you've lost your job. So thank you so much for taking the time to watch our video on how to manage through if you were terminated from a job and how to move forward to the next job. Stay tuned for more upcoming videos we have on ChatGPT. Thanks again. Bye.